I want to thank you for joining me this evening for a little bit of time. I hope you're doing well and really appreciate your time. Please feel free if you're on a platform that allows you to share this videos with others to click share on your profile or wherever that might be to anyone that you think may be interested. And additionally, if you have questions just specifically about gratitude, what we're going to talk about today, or in general, uh, about life coaching, my practice, whatever questions that you have, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer some of them at the end of our time. If you prefer, you can send me an email to tim@faithfullygrowing.com and I can get back to you that way too. And finally, I'm curious to where you're joining from. And so if you have a minute, you can type in the chat, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or somewhere else. Let me know where you're joining from. I'm broadcasting on multiple platforms and just curious about that. Well, for those of you who may not know me, I'm Tim Fortescue, a life and personal and spiritual development coach, and that's my primary focus. And you can find more about me at visiting the same website that you see by my name there, faithfullygrowing.com. So, do you want to practice more gratitude in your life? I know it's something I sure need to do. And it's so easy to focus on the negatives, and it's hard for me to practice gratitude. So, if this sounds like you, if you're like me, I'm going to share with you a simple tool in just a bit that may help. Before I begin, I do want to offer you a free consultation. It's something that I offer to everyone. And so if you're curious about life coaching or would like to do a consultation, you can book that on the website. And also I'd love to meet you and see if we may be a good fit to partner together. Additionally, you can download, I have 60 positive affirmation cards that I have there that you can print out, and I give you suggestions on how to use them. And so if you're curious and would like to download those, or if you want to book a free consultation, you can do that at faithfullygrowing.com. Well, let's begin with our content today. And I want to share with you a simple tool, not rocket science by any means, that might help you to be more intentional in practicing gratitude. Uh, and you can also download a PDF of this tool at the website under the resources tab. And if you have questions, feel free to let me know, faithfullygrowing.com, or you can drop them in the chat there. But let me share with you this very simple tool that I didn't create by any means, but I came across it and it's been helpful for me. A little background first. There have been many studies that have proven that gratitude makes us happier and healthier. Like any emotion, gratitude can't be forced, but we can cultivate our thoughts so that gratitude is more likely to arise. Practicing gratitude helps create a habit where we focus on the positive in life and not constantly dwelling on the negative. Not that we don't ignore that, but we don't need to be reminded to remember the negative if you're like me, but we need that reminder to remember the positive. And so here's how you use this 5 things gratitude tool. And this tool can be done anytime, anywhere. And if you create a habit and do it regularly, for example, on waking up, before going to sleep, on the subway, or maybe just whenever you have a challenging day, this is a simple process you can even use your hand to think of 5 things that you're grateful for each day. And here are a couple pointers on using it. First of all, you can print this page, or if you go to the website, there's a PDF where you can actually fill it out on your computer if you prefer. And you can spread the gratitude by printing a few copies and giving them to friends or coworkers. So now, simple. All you do is you think of 5 things to be genuinely thankful or grateful for and write them on the hand below. And if you can't think of 5, look around you and think of smaller and smaller things until you can come up with 5 things. And so, a big thing, maybe you're grateful that you're alive, you made it home from work today, your kids are alive, your family is safe. Those are big things that come to mind. But if you can't think of things, even things like, and this is a big one too, but we don't think of, that we're in a country that is not at war, or that we have clean water, that we can breathe, that we have food on the table. And so think of those 5 things that you're grateful for and kind of go down to the small things if it's helpful for you. And so now that you know how to do this, the easiest and most environmentally friendly option is just to count on your fingers. And so to wrap up, ask yourself, how can I make this a regular habit when you wake up tomorrow? And I'm going to be asking myself this: how can I practice gratitude more? Use this sheet if it's helpful. And again, you can download it at the website under resources, or just use your hands. But try to think of each day, or every other day, or once a week, whatever works for you. What are you grateful for? So let me close with this quote here by Dennis Waitley. And he is a kind of a speaker on self help and whatnot. And he says, the happiest cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, worn, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude. So I hope that you can live your life with a little more love, grace, and gratitude. I hope this was helpful for you. And again, if you have questions, send me an email to tim@faithfullygrowing.com. And I've been keeping an eye on the chat. Don't see anything here, but thanks so much for joining me tonight, and let me know if I can help with anything. And